because it doesn't matter, does it, if he shoots 107 or 8 over, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah, and also it doesn't matter. No one else cares. That's the great thing about you think everybody cares. Nobody cares what you shoot.
That, you know what? Anonymous. I don't think he needs to be anonymous, but I'm going to keep him anonymous because that's what we do. So it says, Dear Rick and Guy, but I'm going to take the Guy out, but Dear Rick and Sophie. I have a bit of a tale of woe, but I'm hoping you can help me, and probably a load of other people as well with this. So I started playing golf when I was younger and spent loads of time as a junior happily playing around my local golf club. However, the classic late teens, getting into university lifestyle meant that I spent 10 years away from the sport. I came back a short while ago, roughly around the time when Rick played with Pete in Vegas.
Okay, so only 2019.
Yeah.
Summer 2019.
Yeah, and what was the result of that match?
I lost.
But you lost on purpose because you wanted to set the bungee jump thing.
Correct.
That's what you said. You said that before you even went.
That's why I did it.
You said, I'm going to let Pete beat me, give him a bit of an ego boost, and I get to do the bungee jump.
Win-win.
And Pete thought he beat you.
That's what friends are for.
Exactly. Your content was a massive driver behind me catching the golf bug again. My first handicap back was a mighty 36. However, with loads of hard work, I managed to get down to 18, in which I consider a quite short period of time, about a year. That's good. Half his handicap in a year. Very good. Getting back into golf has had a massive positive effect on me. I've lost 4.5 stone of weight in this time, and golf was the reason for this. I found that when I was a 36 handicap and I was heavy, I was asking my body to do things that I wasn't capable of doing so. So I worked super hard and really proud of I've lost so much, both in weight and handicap. And I've got 1 stone left to go before I get to my recommended BMI. So first of all, well done to Mr. Anonymous, because that's really
Incredible,
good.
Really good.
But it takes a bit of a tail for the worst, a turn for the worst. So coming back after the first lockdown, I played the best golf of my life. I played 9 holes with my coach on the bag, gave me a bit of a lesson, and I scored 4 over par and didn't lose a single ball. So there's definitely a player in me somewhere. However, since then it's got bad, really bad. I've gone from shooting mid-80s to shooting 107s like I did on Sunday, and I'm really not enjoying my time on the golf course. I've developed a 2-way miss with my irons, and I hit them thin as well. And my driver and my woods have developed a massive snap hook. I usually play a fade or a slice. It shames me to admit, in the last fortnight, I've walked off the golf course on the 6th hole as I wasn't enjoying myself. And after my 107 on Sunday, I found myself checking the price of membership and debating it. Is it even worth it? Do you have any advice about how I can enjoy myself while playing so badly? I am really worried that I've fallen out of love with a sport that I once loved, and I really don't want this to happen for a second time. Please help, Rick.
Hard hitting. Christ almighty. Well, first off, congratulations on a couple of things. Getting down to 18 handicap in such a short time is really impressive. Yes. And also losing so much weight, incredible. It'll definitely help you play better golf, and good luck with losing the stone to get to your target BMI. I think there's a couple of things in there. For me, it's managing expectations a little bit there. It sounds like he's got really good in his own head really quickly. So from July 2019 to we talk now to get to 18 handicap, to go out with his golf coach and shoot 4 over par for 9 holes, he probably thinks he's on top of the world. Sometimes, however, you can go into your next round and drive to the golf course with the rocky music playing, and you get out your car and you think you're buzzing, you think, I'm going to do it again. But golf has a way of kicking you in the teeth, doesn't it, sometimes?
You don't complete golf. And I think you just said that he's got 1 stone left to get his BMI. That's a good thing about fitness. You've got a set goal. It doesn't, like with golf, there is no set goal.
That's a good
point. You don't complete it. So
you can't shoot 18 shots, can you, for a round of golf? That's completing it, basically.
Yeah, you can't. So he's almost winning in the weight loss, and he might be comparing it to the golf, and it's just not comparable, is it?
I think there's a couple of things there. He's got a coach. I think Weather's made some dramatic changes recently with his golf swing that might have changed his 2-way miss and shots that he might have experienced before. I'd definitely lean on and open up to his coach. I've always found that really useful when a student comes to me and goes, I'm really bloody struggling. Like,
send this to the coach, I think.
I had it on a piece of string and I've kind of lost it now, and I need some assistance. And sometimes as a coach, you can go, okay, well let's take a couple of steps back. Let's think about what we've done really well in the last 2 years and how we've got you off 18 and how well you're doing. And sometimes you need that little bit of an ego boost. You need that little bit of, you're doing great. Like, don't worry about it. Golf is difficult. Let's go out again. Let's go and maybe do a 9-hole little round again. And I can help you explain why that 2-way miss might be happening, or why, you know, you're hitting this snap hook when normally you hit a fade. It's kind of that advice.
Do you think, and this is something that I noticed when I played at JCB last week with you, and I obviously shot, I genuinely now, I was thinking this morning, I kept my score till about hole 16 and I stopped. I don't think I broke 100.
I think you did. I think you're being harsh on yourself.
Well, when I greeted you this morning, you were this guy, weren't you? You were telling me about it.
That was why. I mean, we've had, at the minute, my inbox has got 788 emails of Dear Ricks, and I'm trying to get through them all, but there's that many good ones.
Did you write this one?
That's why it's anonymous.
Look, I want another trolley and I want to win it at all costs. But it resonated with me so much because I'm the same. If I go and play well, I absolutely love golf. If I play badly or don't play well, it really affects me. Do you think more golfers, and it sounds stupid, should play golf without scoring and just go and enjoy it? Or do you think we have to score to make it golf?
I'll take this one because I've spent my living where the score mattered. And recently I've changed my mind on this golf you can just play and have fun with. I didn't even realise that my social aspect was when I played 9 holes with my mates. I moved the ball out the rough if I didn't fancy the lie. I took it out the bunker if I didn't want it. Never kept the score. We had a chat and we had a drink after. I think that's totally acceptable for golf, and I'm teaching a few women at the moment that I'm saying to them, if you're only going to play golf once a month, why don't you just tee it up? Why don't you, why play 18 holes? Yeah. Just let's make it as easy as possible for you. And lots of women say this all the time. I'm not bothered what I shoot. I just want to go out there and have a nice time and a chat. I do think men and golf clubs encourage competition, which I'm all for because I do like that side. But I do think there should be an encouragement to just go and play golf. And that's it. You know, like when you go for a kickabout at football or you go for 5-a-side, you can do that. And it's not the be-all and end-all. But if you want to go and play 11-a-side and Sunday League and all that lot on a Saturday and make it mean something, and there's a league, then you can do that. I think with people with golf, the beginners think, I can't move that ball, that's cheating. I need to play it as it lies. I need to count my score. Like, no gimmies. Why make it so hard? We can differentiate the two. And I think he needs to get back to that, just going out and playing golf. The win is, did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
Or did I get my steps in to lose my weight? Like, take the wins in that regard rather than what's written down on the scorecard. And I should have said that to myself on tour because I wouldn't be sat here now.
I think you would have been done for cheating though. So if you
but as in not bothering about it.
That was really good. I think if I'm sure it will, but if the Sky Sports doesn't work out and if the YouTube doesn't work out and coaching, I think you could be a therapist. That was really therapeutic. That I feel like I've got a new love for golf now, Sophie.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm actually here for, trying to get people to love the game and stay in love with the game. Be interesting to see if he's had a lesson since that 9 holes with his coach, or did he think, do you know what, I can do this now? Because that's what happens a lot. Your coaches only ever see you when you're at your lowest.
Yeah.
How about just keeping going every now and again so you don't fall back into that? So that would be...
We are too hard on ourselves though, aren't we?
I think we almost need like a category that it is just literally casual golf. Like you've got golf, which is your score and your scorecard if you want to, or competitive golf. And then I'm just going to go and play 9 holes casual today. Like if I get a text off a mate saying, do you want to just play 9 holes casual? I'm like, yeah, love
absolutely.
That. That's exactly what I'm here for. Like I just want to go out and have a quick knock. And when you say casual, it doesn't matter if something happens or I hit one off the tee and go, I'll hit another one or whatever it may be. Like you do enjoy it a lot more, really.
Yeah, so this guy needs to just enjoy his golf more and
but it is challenging as well. I understand.
He's got to commit it to himself to enjoy it, as in, like Rick said there, doesn't matter what happens. This is gonna be enjoyment. I'm gonna speak to whoever I'm with. I'm gonna learn something about them. I'm gonna have a chat with them. I'm gonna get my steps in and all that lot.
I love the steps in, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
and
a really
try
good one.
and not where that white ball goes shouldn't define you. Shouldn't define if you've had a good or a bad day.
Certainly not if you're not playing for your mortgage like you were when you were on tour, because it doesn't matter, does it, if he shoots 107 or 8 over really at the end of the day.
Yeah, and also it doesn't matter. No one else cares. That's the great thing about you think everybody cares. Nobody cares what you shoot.
That, you know what? It's funny because I'm trying to do like a lot more running at the moment. I'm using Strava, and I put my runs on, and I sometimes think that if I do a good time or a bad time, people are going to care. And I know that no one gives a toss what I run a 5k, and they couldn't care less. But yet you feel like they do, and it's the same with golf. You shoot stable for 27 points. Oh, I've had a nightmare today. Nobody cares, do they? Let's be honest. That was good. Thanks, Sophie, for your expertise. I think you really
wonderful.
Carried that, Derek.
Yeah, you really did.
Yeah, but you do them every week. I suppose I was new to it. So
Next time I'll have to ring up Sophie. Need some help.
They're not normally this deep. Normally we have accents and we have all sorts going on.
Well, that's
really.
why we're mixing up. You see, next week could be somebody wants no advice on using 9 head covers, and we can just go
We
to
need
town.
a name for this guy because he's anonymous.
Mr. Fun.
Ooh, nice.